Okay, welcome back to the channel. We're on Spotify, YouTube. You can catch us streaming on Twitch, and we are on every social media platform, at least the ones that matter. All right, and make sure to check us out on Reddit as well. All right, so I'm Minister J. I'm the host. This is Dude with a Bible. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Today, we're going to be talking about the importance of community, the power and importance of community. And we're going to be speaking from Acts chapter 2, right? Discussing the fellowship of the believers. You can scroll or turn your page to Acts chapter 2, and we're going to read 42 to 47. And it says, "And they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and the fellowship, to the breaking of bread and the prayers. And awe came upon every soul, and many wonders and signs were being done through the apostles. And all who believed were together in all the things and had all things in common. And they were selling their possessions and belongings and distributing the proceeds to all as any had need. And day by day attending the temple together and breaking bread in their homes, they received their food with glad and generous hearts, praising God and having favor with all the people. And the Lord added to their number day by day those who were being saved." Guys, isn't this amazing? Like, what's amazing about this, right, is that you had actual spiritual Christians, God's a better representation of religious people and faithful people actually going to the tabernacles now, bringing life to where there was dry bones, bringing life to the word. There's bringing spirit, right, to be a cherry on top to the biblical laws. Okay, and this was by the power and work of Jesus Christ. So now Christ in Acts, in the book of Acts, Christ has died and was resurrected, and he has showed himself to the apostles, giving them the mandate on how to duplicate the church, how to propagate and promote the gospel in the world, and to carry on his Christian legacy, right? And what we see is the result of the Holy Spirit coming is we see community teeming in the midst of a city, in the midst of peoples of all colors, shapes, and sizes, and different languages, right? And the Holy Spirit is moving and helping to grow the church in a way that has become an amazing testimony to God's love and grace and power, right, to advance the kingdom. All right. So, guys, community is important for this very reason, is because it's going to help represent God. It's going to help equip you as a Christian. It's going to help keep you accountable, but there's going to be joy and love, and there's going to be hurts and pains. It's not always perfect, but that's okay. That's normal in a family, right? But you help grow trust. Here's how you know that people are attracted to godly community. When you see how organized the Coming to Christ Mormon church social media is, right? People are attracted to how organized they are, how clean they look. All their pictures look clean, and even though they are outside of the evangelical, the pillars, right? The normal Christians and the evangelical pillars, we don't consider Jehovah's Witness and Mormons, Latter-day Saints. We don't consider them as Christians. They are a byproduct of religious practices. They have other holy books and things like that and other doctrines that are outside of the evangelical principles. They're outside of the Catholic and Christian Orthodox principles, right? But they use the name Jesus, unfortunately, and it confuses people. But people are drawn to it, right? Because you see them on corners. Some of them come to your house. They're in every country. I remember the second time I went to Tokyo and I traveled to Japan in 2019. My wife and I, we were surprised to see Jehovah's Witnesses there, right? And they were posted right outside of one of the train stations, one of the main train stations, maybe around Ikebukuro or maybe around there. I'm actually not sure. But my first time going to Japan 11 years ago, I did not see any Jehovah's Witnesses, but I go back 10, 11 years later and I see them. But the people always dress really well. They look like they're doing business. They're well made up. Or you get those two guys walking around your neighborhood with the white shirts, and they're really nice. They're clean shaven. It's attractive, right? Because what they represent is community. And that's what I'm saying, guys, is don't wait for other people or other groups to show the love of God or to represent God purposely. You know that Jesus Christ has died on the cross and has set you free from things. And he is the way, the truth, and the life. He is the bread of life. So it is your duty to galvanize people, bring people together, whether you're an introvert or extrovert. And you represent community, just like what you see in Acts 2, as best as you can, but do it so that not that you're glorified, but that God is glorified. And in order to administer it in a godly way, make sure it looks. Whether you're doing it at home, in different meetups, at a Bible study, you bring it to the places where your feet go and build community that way, so that people you're showing respect to people and you're representing God in love, in grace, but with clear biblical direction, using biblical principles. All right, community is important, and we see it here with the fellowship of the believers in Acts chapter 2. All right, guys, God bless you. This is Minister Jay. This is the Dude with the Bible YouTube channel and social media and podcast. Check us out, like, subscribe, and share. God bless you.